Be here this evening alongside many wonderful speakers. Our topic is really quite simple. My friend and I, my very good friend and I, who went to college together, we just thought we'd been through a long college cycle, and we thought, that wasn't that much fun. Maybe we can make education fun, and when things are fun, we tend to like them, and when we like things, we tend to do well at them. And so specifically within the field of engineering, what we sought to seek out was perhaps a common theme that I think many of us have experienced at some time in our life. And that theme is the idea of going to school, paying a lot of money, maybe then going back to school, maybe paying some more money, and then wondering, what the heck just happened? What am I now going to do with this education? And that was one motivation. The second motivation, I think we can all relate to this, is this idea of why am I learning this? And it's, in the slide right behind me, but we all asked this as kids. We went to our parents, we said, why am I learning this? And now, they gave us the answer of, you'll do well, you'll go to a good school, you'll get a good job. That's fantastic. We bought that. Our kids ask us now, or our younger siblings ask us now, and we say the same thing. And they kind of look at us like, all right, fine, okay, I'll do that. But I think kids are smart, and I think they're impatient. I don't think that 8-year time windows for success and for actually getting to do something fun is really the best way to teach anymore. And so what we did was we started a program to bridge that divide. And so the first thing we did within the field of engineering was we went around and we tried to find out what students thought of engineering. And really what we found out is they thought it was a big mystery. They thought a bunch of cool equations, lines, funky figures. You invoke your favorite god, whoever that is, and then boom, iPad happens. And that's really what they thought. But athletes don't train because they like to train. Athletes train because they like to play the game. And so what we did was just set up a very simple way for students to play the game. Secondly, we learned this. We learned that, and I think we all know this, engineering is really a boys-only field. Only 20% of all undergraduate degrees go to women. And politically, we've heard a lot of lines recently about, equal rights and equal representation, and that's absolutely the right message. But if you just look at the political buzzline, you're missing the depth of that statement. And that is, when you're missing so many women in a field, you're losing a lot of aggregate intellect that could be contributing new ideas, new companies, new businesses, things like that. And so we wanted to get women more involved in engineering and showing that it's fun and it's cool and it is for everybody. And then secondly, my personal motivation, the beautiful woman there on the right in the circle is my mother. She was an engineer. Growing up, went to IIT in India. And life never works out perfectly, but when I was very young, my sister and I, we lost our father at a very young age. And my mom's career as an engineer saved our family. She had the intelligence and the skills to carry a family and send 2 kids to college with no debt and no loans because she was smart and she was an engineer. And so that's my personal motivation in being here today. Thank you. And so the idea we came up with was simple. We said to students, okay, no books, no lectures, no tests, none of that. You get to pick the project. You get to choose what you want to do. But bear in mind, for 6 weeks, it's going to be the hardest thing you've ever done. And what's amazing is when you challenge students, when you ask them, what can you really do and what do you want to do, the answers can be unbelievable. And I'll show you some of that right now.
I'm David DeLon, I'm a BlueStamp Engineer. I go to Ramada School. I'm a rising senior, and I built a digital stethoscope.
My favorite part about the project that I've been working on is, I don't know, I really like LEDs, they're cool.
This is my project. I made a wind turbine.
My project is a stoplight controlled over a web server on my computer.
These are the sensors, and when Farhana walks through the door, it will play the music.
All I can ever be to you is the darkness that we know and this regret.
So if I hold the sample of carbonite up to the tube, it blinks rapidly and beeps, and you can see the graph goes up quite sharply.
So right now, this car is calibrating the compass, and I just sent it the coordinates of the end of the sidewalk over there.
In Google Earth, I can also see all the points, And once again, I can show all of the Geiger counter data at that specific location and time.
What I liked most about this program was I got to learn something that I would never have learned how to do at my school.
And you know, the truth is, I don't know if these students are going to go on to become engineers. They may realize they love it. They may realize they don't like it at all. But what I do know is this. Instead of asking the question, why am I learning this, we can now respond with the idea of, you're learning this because this is what it's really like. And if you find something you really like, you'll find what makes you happy. If you find a way to be happy, you'll find a way to make a better world. Thank you.